Welcome back, everyone. The final of the VC Poker Cup underway here. Then 6 players chasing that 200 grand first prize, and Kevin O'Leary already coming into this short stack and having to make some moves to stay in the picture. Let's catch up now with the state of play.
Tony has increased his stack, but in a more methodical way of just accumulating the blinds.
And Lovejoy on the big blind now. He's thinking he can't really let this go too often. He really needs to find a hand to play.
What he would give just to have something nice in his hand that he can use a little bit of material. And he's got it.
13,000.
Well, this could be fireworks because Ben Roberts has raised with the ace-king. Lovejoy's sitting there with the aces in the perfect position on the big blind. I think we're going to see an all-in pre-flop between these two.
Preparation.
What a fantastic time to find this hand. What a great hand to find it against. And we're going to see the antiques dealer right back in this game.
Kevin is all in. He shows the best starting hand. Pair of aces.
Big favourite against ace king offsuit.
Ace king.
Is it called pacing?
I've seen no kings go, so...
We go back a long way, all hand. Don't do anything silly.
Don't come
Let's see
down.
the flop.
Ben desperate to see some kings.
He'd like to see some spades, maybe.
And the flop comes.
There's one king.
King
Lifeline.
5.
Still alive.
There's kings for Ben and aces for in player Kevin.
So still
Turn
Kevin in
card.
command.
It would be very
It's a
cool
7.
if another king came out.
Good.
Diamonds don't matter. Just
Only the
2
king would knock
kings
him
in the
out.
pack.
Last card is a 7 and he wins it all in.
That's a big hand for
47
Kevin
is the
O'Leary. Big joy for Lovejoy.
47.
That's cool.
And that has transformed his prospects in the tournament to the extent that he's now only 4,000 behind 4th place Bad Girl, having been short stacked all the way through so far.
My name's Kevin O'Leary.
Nothing at all, no.
I'm 36. I'm a professional poker player. My nickname's Lovejoy. I've had ace king once. Other than that, I've had complete filth. I've had to be creative. Welcome to day 5 of the Tony Bloom experience. Don't record this and don't tell Tony Bloom what I've been doing when he's been raising me. I'm not interested in going one step up the money. If I get knocked out, I get knocked out, but I'm playing to win it. Anybody can win it, from the chip leader to the lowest chips. Hopefully the lowest chips, because that's me.
Raised to 16,000.
Tony raises to 16,000.
Tony raises to 16,000. How much of a bluff is that with 8-6?
Well, another position raise. And is this the line that Rolf will not allow Tony to cross?
Or
King
the small
Jack,
blind
enough of a
calls.
hand, but only calling
Big blind
once again.
folds, 2 players.
Rolf not taking the initiative here. He wants to see a flop, and really that's a very good flop for Rolf.
Well, he's got the jack, 2 pairs now with the aces on the flop as well.
Rolf checks.
This has to be a trap by Rolf. There's only 4 aces in the pack. There's 2 of them on the flop. There's no reason why Tony
Only
should
check,
have
turn
one.
cut.
Tony finds a very disciplined check himself. Rolf, you would think, would put a little bet in here, but maybe he still doesn't know where he is, and maybe he's going to give it one more check. Maybe he'd rather
Rolf
call
checks.
a bet. He'd rather call a bet than be raised by an ace. Tony, you would think, would try to steal this, yes? I think Rolf has played this well. Rolf,
Tony
of
bets
course, doesn't know where he
21,000.
is, but he can't possibly throw this away.
£21,000, the size of Tony's bet, which is exactly half of the difference between them.
Well, I don't suppose that's the reason he made that bet, but I tell you what's going through Rolf's head. He's thinking, I can't possibly put this down. I really, really hope I'm not getting roped in here. I'm either going to win a medium-sized pot or lose a huge one. He might just call, or he might be thinking about raising to try and find out where he stands, but that's going to get him in very deep. One thing he cannot possibly do is throw this away.
And Rolf calls.
He's called it.
You see the river card.
He may be thinking of checking and calling again. I think Tony's probably going to switch off here. He tried
Rolf is
it
first.
once.
He checks again.
Tony probably realises that Rolf's hesitation was genuine. He knows he can only win with a bet, but I think he's good enough to just give this one up. Rolf had something to call with. The 9 has changed nothing. He's probably going to call again. He can't win without a bet though, and he's counting those chips out.
Tony bets 45,000.
45,000.
Well, Rolf's got himself into a bit of a pickle by not taking the aggression on the turn. He doesn't know where he stands, but I think he decided that he was going to have to call again once he called on the turn.
Looks as though he's going to make what we know is the right decision.
There's only one decision.
And call.
He's called it. And Tony
Showdown.
knew before the cards were even
6 is the hand for Tony.
turned over.
Jack.
He knew that he had
And
next to
King
nothing.
Jack is the hand for
And Rolf, with his 2 pairs, wins the most significant hand so far.